Hey everybody, this is Deborah Jones. I'm your Blue Table Talk host, and we're on tonight. We're already live, so let's get everything started. So as I come on every night, every Tuesday night, I come on with a little housekeeping. We talk about COVID, and guys, we have to get ourselves together. We have to get in there and take these vaccines because right now because of the Delta variant, and it is so high tonight. I just realized that Jefferson County is 22%, and we have like 159 new cases, and that is just entirely too high. The hospital beds are no longer available. Like if you took sick, you can't even go to the hospital. They have to shift you somewhere else. So, guys, the main thing to do is to take those vaccines. That's the main thing to do. Also, while we're taking the vaccine, we know that school is getting ready to start for the kids, the students. They're getting ready to go back full time. So let's get in there, students. And I know the mask is not mandated, but I'm asking that you guys wear your mask regardless of what, because you never know. You can get sick and never know what will happen. So wear your mask, and if they don't even have to mandate, just use a little common sense and just wear the mask. And let's get ourselves together. Keep away from other people that are sick. If you're sick, stay home, and if you're not sick, go to school. But school is in full force, and I'm so proud of BISD and all the rest of PAISD, Orange. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys are opening up the schools. You have these kids come back in to get their education, and which is well needed and well deserved. So let's do that. And to the teachers and administrators, the staff. Um, Hats off to you guys. I'm so proud of y'all. You guys are really doing a great job, and I know you will do for the 2021-22 school year. So let's do it. Let's do what we have to do. They say over 188,000 Americans have received at least one dose, but we need more than that. We need everybody to receive at least one dose, and then after your one dose, you get second. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It's just a little shot. Just back in the day when I was young, we had to take a vaccination to start school, and we couldn't start school unless we took that vaccination. So it's just like that. It's just like that. So, and I could still show you the mark on my arm when I took that vaccination. But but all jokes aside, this needs to be done, and I know that Judge Brandon is not going to mandate it. So just guys, y'all do what's right. Let's stay away from the illness. We don't need it. There's enough illness going around, so we don't need that to add on to the source. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about exercising. I have on the podcast tonight certified personal trainer Courtney Johnson. Hello, Courtney. How are you today? Or
I'm
tonight?
well. How are you, Miss Deborah?
I am so good. I am so proud. I am peacock proud and honeymoon happy just to have you on my podcast tonight.
Thank you for having me.
You are such an inspiration. I've known you for quite a while, and every time I've seen you, you've always had that smile on your face. You've always had that physique about you, that I always wanted. So I'm ready to get in here and dig in, and so I can know how to stay fit while this pandemic is going on. Is it important that we stay fit?
Miss Deborah, it is concerning the pandemic, it is extremely important that we stay fit. Eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, exercising regularly will keep this pandemic. I mean, to me, it will keep it down. It'll keep you from maybe getting sick or, dying from this disease, this illness.
Right, right. Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know a lot of people don't know who you are, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Courtney Johnson. I'm 31 years old. I'm originally from Silsbee, Texas, but I did grow up here in Beaumont. Um, been here for all my life. I'm a local resident. Like Ms. Deborah said, I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm also certified in boot camp training and also individual training as well.
Girl, nobody want to hear about no boot camp. We know about boot camp.
Look, also group fitness. Look,
Okay.
group fitness as well.
Okay, so what type of certifications do you have?
I have the ASM. Okay. I have those again. I have those in 3 different areas. Um, I've been having them for about 4 years now. I just kind of started venturing off on my own, getting my own fitness space this past year. Still lots to build on, but yes, ma'am.
So you have your own little business going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I see going across the screen there, See Fit, Fit to Stay Fit.
See Fit to Stay Fit. That's my business. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so good. So do you kind of wear people out? Okay, like I'm up in age. Okay, so since I'm up in age, do you work me as hard as you work the people who are way younger than me, like my daughter's age?
Well, you know what, Miss Deborah, what I tell clients, because I get different, age ranges, we're going to be within your comfort zone. If you say, you know what, Courtney pushed me to this limit, then guess what? I'm going to push you to that limit. But I will never get you out of your comfort zone or make you feel to where it's not, you dread coming to work out with me. I don't ever want my clients to dread to exercise. The ultimate goal is at the end for you to venture off and exercise on your own without me, to regularly have that in your routine and that you love going to exercise. Yes, ma'am.
I love to exercise. I used to have a personal trainer myself, but then our personalities kind of crashed. And so, but you know how I am. So we kind of crashed. So he kind of dismissed me.
But you know what? That's okay, Miss Deborah. I love you. I always will love you.
Okay, so anyway, how long have you been training?
I've been training 4 years now.
Okay, so you're pretty new at it, but if you guys would see Courtney, because I'm the type of trainer. I'm the type of person. I want a trainer who physique is, I can see it, see it working towards them, not one that has some weight on them and they try to train me. I mean, what are you trying to do?
When I say 4 years, I mean, as far as in being on my own, as far as in turning it into a business.
Oh, okay.
I would train people all the time, but I really wasn't charging. I really didn't have any name put behind me. So it was just something that I did for fun. So yeah, technically I've been probably training people for about 9 years.
Okay. Oh, cool. So any good results and everything?
Yes, very good results. I tell people the key is consistency and the effort that you put into each session. I've seen people within a week and a half or two, they already see, oh, my clothes are fitting better. I'm losing the inches. It's not about the weight. It's about losing inches. As a woman, we want to lose inches. We really don't want to lose weight. We just want the weight to be proportioned to our body.
Right. So what criteria will you use to determine my exercise program?
So what we'll do is we'll do a free consultation from the beginning. Just to kind of see where you are as far as in your exercise level. I'll have you, we'll go through a liability waiver. We'll do a COVID waiver. It's just a series of different things just to see and make sure that you're okay to work out. But I definitely do like the consultation to do just like an exercise test just to see where you are.
Okay, so I understand the liability waiver. What do you mean a COVID waiver? What's that?
So that is, let's say I'm fully vaccinated, but let's say that you come in you come in contact, or let's say that I came in contact with somebody and I didn't know it. And let's say that you maybe said, oh, well, maybe I attracted COVID through, training or whatever. Well, with that liability waiver, you can't sue me for that. You can't sue me for it. Yeah. So it's just to cover my business.
Right. Because people sue you for any.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I know. Okay, let me talk to my viewers. Okay, viewers, look, I need you guys to ask questions. I need you to go ahead on and hit your share button so other people can know that we're on and that we have Courtney Johnson on, who is a certified personal trainer, and she's here to talk to us because, we, like I said, well, it's not a pandemic anymore, it's an epidemic because now it's spread wide. And we in this crisis, and a lot of people don't want to exercise, but we see a lot of people gaining weight. So of course, you already know that I started a program. I've always liked to exercise, but now I started a program of line dancing in the streets. So we go to the Gateway and we just line dance over there. So that's part of exercising. But I need some strength training. So I know that you probably the person that could do it for me or give it to me. So what is your communications style or demeanor when you train clients?
So as far as the communication, I initially start with my business email. And then from there, I send them my information. And if they say, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good fit, then I send them my phone number and we kind of start from there. That's kind of the primary way of communication with me.
Okay. So, I know that the web is a communication is wide. A lot of people's on the web. A lot of people, social media, put it like that. What type of social media do you use?
I use Facebook and I also use Instagram. I also have a fitness page, which is the See Fit to Stay Fit on Facebook, where you can see my information. You can also see a lot of fitness videos that I posted on there as well.
Do you have a large clientele right now?
Right now, no. And I think it's because school is getting ready to start up. A lot of my clients are teachers as well as myself. So I only have about 2 clients right now. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. So what do you know about rhabdomyosis? Is that how I say it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So it's a rare disease. But what it does is it breaks down muscle. So what we want to do to prevent breaking down the muscle, because that's not a good thing.
Right.
What I do is I alternate muscle groups. So I'll recommend that my clients work out at least starting off 2 days a week so that we can work lower body and then we can work upper body. But what we do is we rest in between. Some people, they don't rest in between exercising. So you're tearing down that muscle. That muscle has to rebuild itself. It has to replenish. And guess what it needs to rebuild? It needs water. And so that is a very important thing. When I tell my clients, you have to let go of the sodas, the teas, all those sugary drinks, they have to go. They don't feed the muscle. They don't feed the bones. So to keep from breaking down muscle, I alternate muscle groups. So we may do upper body Monday, and then Wednesday we'll do lower body. So that Tuesday, that's rest. Or we may do abs. Now, abs, your abdominal area, you can work that out every single day. I personally work my abdominal area every day. I do some kind of ab workout every day. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So you can work out every day.
You can, but the body needs rest. Those muscles have to rebuild. So I would suggest when you're actually on a regular exercise routine, 4 to 5 days is the max. Saturdays and Sundays, if you can rest on those days or do something very, very light. But those muscles have to replenish, and that's the way that they grow to be stronger.
So what about walking?
Walking is great. Actually, research shows that walking is more effective than running because it's less strenuous on your joints. Because as we get older, our joints don't work the same. And so we have to do things to accommodate, our bodies. So walking is very much so more effective than running and jogging.
I think this lady right here trying to be funny. She says, let's go off the sweets. And she trying to talk to me because I love
No, she didn't. I see. Let's go of the sweets. Yes, you got to let go of the sweets. That's correct. Until you get to that routine, until you get to that goal that you're trying to obtain in fitness training, the sweets have to be cut out. Now, we do have to have a cheat day. I get it. But we're going to do it in moderation. We're not going to do it in excess. Okay.
So if I was to come under you and now Kathy has put out there and said, let go of the sweet because I love the sweets. How would you modify me? How would you modify me as far as my sweet? I'm a diabetic, number one. I'm not supposed to eat the sweets. But what would you tell me? How would you modify me to get off the sweets, or just like every once in a blue moon, eat a piece of cake or whole cake or whatever?
Well, you know what I would say, Miss Deborah? I would say first, if you're regularly monitoring your levels as far as in being a diabetic, and you pretty much have it regulated well, then I would say, okay, on Sunday, you can have that cheesecake, or you can have that piece of, whatever it is that you desire on just at the end of the week as a reward. But as far as in the people don't understand that drinking more than eating the sweets is the worst thing. So I would say definitely if we can do 0 sugar drinks, which they have good ones out there, I would push for that.
Right.
Definitely throughout the week, and a lot of water.
But
because if you take in a lot of water and you eat the sweets, it's still flushing it out. So I tell people, if you're going to eat something sweet, just please flush it down with a bottle of water and it's gone.
Okay, so you said earlier about no tea. Okay, so
sweet tea.
Oh, sweet tea, but you can drink.
You can do green tea. You can do the brewed unsweet tea with maybe a little sweet and low, but as the minimum on the sugar, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What kind of results can I expect if I'm telling you I have a goal? So what kind of results can I expect?
So the goal, and as far as us obtaining the goal, it all depends on the client. It depends on the consistency. It depends on the effort, and it depends on the discipline, because I could work you out every day. Let's just say I work you out every day. If you do not have a good diet, if you don't practice portion control when you're eating, we would never get to those goals. But if you are disciplined, if you have good consistency and you are serious, you will see progress in your goal within 2 weeks, for sure. You will see it. You will feel better. To me, I feel like you'll be on a routine, because once people see results, that makes them want to keep doing something.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Okay. Is there an initial health screening, and what does it consist?
So what I do is, when I do that free consultation at the very beginning, I ask them, do we have any pre-existing conditions? Now, if you say yes, I'm going to ask what that is to see what the severity of it. And then I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to need a doctor's release form that states you are able to participate in moderate to vigorous exercise. Unless I have that, then I can't train you.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes, you have to. Yes. If you have any type of serious, like now diabetes, we can work around that. Okay. High blood pressure, depending on the severity of it, we can work around that. But if you've had open heart surgery, if you've had, congested heart failure, just something that's, yeah.
I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking about like diabetes and.
Oh, no, ma'am. No. Okay. If it's regulated, if you're a bad off one, then I am going to say, okay, let's make sure that you're able to exercise.
Because the doctor tells you need to exercise.
Yes.
You need to stay off of this. You need to stay off of that. So, and like I said, I used to teach Zumba. And so I went through a lot of stuff with Zumba, line dancing, just regular aerobics. I did all kind of exercise. And one time I got real small. Now when you were there yesterday, when I told my students in the class yesterday that I went to Sam's the other day, and this lady said, hey, call my name and said, hey, and so say, oh, you're getting fat. And I'm like, huh? And that hurts me, because now I'm ready to get into some type of exercise class and work it out,
but that was rude to say.
It was rude, but 2 people told me this. 2, not just 1. 2 people told me that. So now Courtney, I am ready to get into an exercise class where I can, I guess, strengthen my muscles and lose some weight. And so it kind of, it hurts you when you're doing your best with what you can do, and now your best ain't good enough. So I'm ready to get into your class. I'm ready to take a class. I really need to.
Well, Miss Deborah, you just remember this: skinny is not in. Okay, skinny is not in. You look good, but whatever your heart desires, we can do it. But you always be mindful of people and haters around you. Okay. People will say certain things to get you off track. Be mindful of that.
Right. I think I get fat too. So, Okay, so how many sessions a week you suggest someone might have to do, and why you suggest? I know you said two.
Yes, two is going to be the beginning for sure. But
Oh,
we want to work our way up to 4 to 5 days a week.
oh,
And
okay.
I only say that because, like I said, those rest days are very important. And then we don't want to have that muscle breakdown. We don't want that. So that's why I say at least you have to start off with 2 days a week to see some kind of results and to get that goal. Yeah.
So do you do weights and everything?
I do. Now, what I do recommend is I don't start doing weight training until you've lost that weight that you want to lose. Because if
Oh,
I tone you up with the weight that you still have on, it makes you look bigger. And people don't understand that. You have obese people who are just lifting and throwing up weights, and you're toning fat, but it looks like you're bigger than what you really are. So you have to lose that weight first, and then you start the weight training.
wow, wow. Okay, before you even got into the program itself, were you a large person or what? And decided I'm going
You
to
know what? This is the biggest I've been, which is crazy. Coming up,
not
I was
big.
like 80 pounds wet and dry. Clothes was falling off of me. And so this is the biggest I've been. I'm at 156 right now, but just going through high school, I was about 140. I never really exceeded that. So this is, I mean, it's mostly muscle, but this is the biggest I've ever been.
Mm. Kathy, I guess she was talking about when that lady said she said they don't have on their glasses. If one person says yes, discipline I have to work on.
Yes, ma'am. That's the key. That is the key. It has to be like a routine, a ritual. Like you get up, let's say you might get up and maybe you meditate in the mornings. Whatever you do to get your morning started, you have to put exercise in that regimen as well. Like for me, I get up at about 3:30 in the morning. I go to that gym. I get from the gym. I get home, it's like a routine. I get my daughter dressed. I drop her to school, then I go to work. Every day I do it that way. And if you think about it, when you're exercising and you're serious, sometimes, mostly with people's schedule, it's best to get that workout out the way before you go to work. That way, when you get off, you have nothing to worry about. You could just go on home.
Yeah, I used to get up every morning at 5 o'clock and go work out and then go to work.
Yes. And you feel better because you've gotten it out the way. You
Yeah.
get you a good breakfast. Remember, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. If you don't eat anything else, breakfast.
So how will you monitor my progress in the program?
What I would do is weekly. So let's say your last day of that session. So let's say on a Friday, I will let you weigh in and we will see from week to week, okay, what are we doing? Where's our progress? Where's our weight? How is our inches? And what I do is I measure my clients at the beginning. We do a before and like an after. And so I like to just see, okay, the measurements. Let's see how we're looking weekly. I do it weekly.
So okay, so we in this epidemic. So people look at it this way. Why should I go to a personal trainer when I can look at it on television?
Well, you know what? I always tell people, if you're disciplined enough, you can do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are not, some people, they need that body. Like I need you here to tell me, hey, no, let's get back. Let's stay on focus. What are we doing? And like I tell people with my fitness space, it's indoor and outdoor. So if you prefer it to be outdoor, no problem. If you prefer to be indoor, that's fine as well. When I think of this epidemic, it's all about, for one, staying clean and staying healthy.
Right.
If you're healthy and that other person's healthy and you're sanitizing and cleaning, I think that it will be okay, even during this epidemic, to exercise with a one-on-one.
Right. So can you exercise with the group also?
Now, I did review the bring a friend. So that friend is welcome to come if that friend purchases sessions as well. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you
So
don't.
I don't
So
mind two people,
mind.
two friends working together, but they would have to have purchase sessions as well.
So you only do 2 people at a time, no more than 2 people at a time. You don't do like 3 or 4 people at a time, right?
Well, I haven't got up to that yet. I don't think that it's something that I couldn't do. I just really haven't had clients who are on the same schedule to be able to combine them together to do it. But mostly I'll do two at a time because I
Yeah,
always find two people who are on the same schedule.
right. Because you think it's more what it's better or
Well, you know what? With my training, I do circuit training. So I always have different stations set up. So while one person is doing this person's doing that, this person's doing this. So it could definitely be a great system to work. I just never, like I said, never have them coming together on that same schedule to do that.
I've done circuit training before, and it's hard.
It is, but you know what? You have that 10 seconds to walk to that next station, get your breathing, and you're back on something else. But you're not continuously doing the same thing. You're moving.
Right, you're moving, man. But it was. I can't say it was fun because it was fun at the beginning, and then all of a sudden it was like this is really work, you know. So I'm like, this is hard, but it's a mind thing, just like anything else. It's a mind
It's a
thing.
mind thing. That's right. And if you train your mind, I mean, you can do it. And that's what I've done all these years. I mean, don't get me wrong. As at 5 years old, my parents had me running summer track for Beaumont Track Club. And so from 5, track, little dribblers, basketball, getting to high school, I'm in varsity in all sports. And so I've just been active all my life. This is all I've ever known. And as a woman, what we have to start doing is when you see that role or you say, oh, this is fitting tight, you have to attack that right then and there. A lot of us, we wait to stuff before it's just got out of control. I wait. And then we're trying to hurry up and try to see what we can do. It's harder to get off than it is to put it on. So that's why you got to watch your body. You got to say, okay, I'm going to try this on this week, and then I'm going to try it on in about another week and just see. You have to work that out. Yeah. You got to discipline yourself, and you got to know, okay, I want my clothes to fit like this. That's how I look at things.
Right.
And then I also have a person that I not idolize, because you don't want to use that term, but they're Serena Williams. I look at her physique and I'm like, oh my goodness. She drives me to work out every day because I'm like, I just want to look like her.
Yeah.
You got to have that person that you want to look like,
Right. Right. I want to look like Deborah Jones, man.
I know that's right. It's different.
That girl is fit to be fit.
Come on, Miss Deborah, that's right. You a handful.
Yeah, I went quite this shirt. Let me see if y'all can see it. See fit to what?
Stay fit.
See fit to stay fit. I have a shirt. She bought me a shirt, and I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna join your class because you joined my class. And so I'm gonna join your class, and we're gonna work it out. And
yes,
I'm gonna walk down the street like I have $1 million in my thighs.
That's right, Miss Deborah. That's right. Because you got enough energy for the both of us.
You better believe it, boo. So
that's right.
You was talking about nutrition and dietary. So do you give us a nutritional diet or what?
Yes, ma'am. What I do is I do meal plans. It's optional. It's not something that you have to purchase. The meal plans, with one of my packages, that meal plan comes with that session. And that's with my 16 sessions. I include the meal plan for free. Now, if you just say, okay, I just want to purchase a meal plan, that is $40. Now, what I do is I give you a 7-day meal plan, breakfast, lunch, dinner. It has 3 snacks included. Okay. And it's for 3 weeks. Okay. That meal plan is for 3 weeks. Now, you won't like everything that's on it because that's not what it's intended for. But it will get you to be disciplined with what you're putting in your body. I tell people you can't eat just anything. But if you have portion control, you can get away with a little bit more than somebody else who doesn't. I'm big on portion control. You are supposed to eat to satisfy, not to get full. That full feeling that you feel when you pull back from the table and you just can't do nothing else, that is so unhealthy because the body can't break that down. And some of us lay down on food like that. Right. The body can't break it down. It turns into what? Fat. Okay. Right. You cannot eat a heavy meal and just lay down on it.
So your nutritional diet, does it go to, like I said, I'm a diabetic, so does it go towards diabetics also, or do I have to work towards what the doctor has given me or what?
Well, what we would do is I definitely like to work with my doctors. So we would try to collaborate the two, because I don't want to take away from what he has going on or what she's doing with you. But I also would like to add to whatever that doctor has already implemented. But for the most part, I stick to a lean meat, I stick to a vegetable, and I stick to a fruit. Now we have to be mindful of fruit. People think that, oh, I can just take in fruit, take in fruit. Guess what? Fruit is very high in glucose. Some fruits are not healthy for us, like grapes. Cannot do grapes.
Sugar.
Grapes are so full of sugar. You have people who become diabetics from eating too many grapes.
Yeah.
You have to be mindful of different fruits. Okay. So I strongly suggest bananas, oranges, especially with what we have going on. Vitamin C is very potent and we need that right now.
Right.
So oranges, okay. Strawberries, different fruits that don't have so much sugar that's already in them.
Yeah. But we love our, like you said, we love our grapes,
Yes.
Our grapes, green, red, black, orange, whatever.
And you remember they came out with the cotton candy grapes. I couldn't believe that.
I never heard that one before.
Oh, yes. It's seasonal, but they come out with it.
Karen says, well, I didn't know that.
Yes. Cotton candy grapes.
Love my grapes.
Love my grapes. Yes, but we have to be mindful of the grapes because, again, a lot of sugar are within those grapes, hidden sugar.
Right. I do know that there are a lot of sugar in grapes. Okay, so are you a slamming trainer?
I am not. I'm very stern. I don't want to say slamming, but I'm definitely going to keep you on track. So if you're one of those clients who are very talkative, I'm talkative, but I'm about business. When we're training, we are training. During that intermission, when you're getting a sip of water, we might talk for a minute or two, but then we're going to be back on it. And if I know your potential and I see you slacking, I'm like, oh no, we're going to start this session over. We're going to start this whole cycle over.
Yeah.
So I just try to make sure that I'm, for one, giving you 100%, and I want to get 100% as well.
And that's how I am when I do my dancing or whatever. If I'm switching music and whatever, and then guys start talking and everything, and I mean just talk. I just go ahead and start playing that song, start dancing. Now you gonna catch up with me or not? Because it ain't time to talk. We only have a certain amount of minutes to do all this, so let's do it and keep going. I love to talk, but when it comes down to something I love to do, let's cut it out and let's do what we need to do. And that's
yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
But like I said, let's get back to this epidemics part. We just don't want to do it. We don't want to exercise. And I know that because a lot of people have told me that I go out there with you and dance, suppose I get COVID. Well, wear your mask. Or I go out there with you and do whatever. Suppose I get this and that. Well, do what you think is right. But I like to exercise and I want to look good. I really, because of my age, because I'm 25, I want to look good. Well, yeah, girl, I want to look good. I don't not necessarily want people to say, oh, you don't look your age. I just want to look good and feel good.
I know that's right. And that is the key, Ms. Deborah.
Yeah, so
you want to feel good inside. You have people, and people don't understand. You're looking at the physique of people and the outer appearance, and they might ideally look to be super healthy. But we don't know what's internally going on with us.
Right.
You have healthy people as well. They drop dead. But guess what? That's why I tell people, get your yearlies, get your screenings, find out if you have any pre-existing conditions. Attack these things early so that you can still remain healthy. But we want to be healthy. That is the key to surviving this epidemic. I tell people, to survive, you have got to exercise and eat healthy. I'm not saying eat like a rabbit, because I'm not going to eat like a rabbit. Right. But what I am going to do is, you bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to exercise and I'm going to drink plenty of water, and I'm just going to do what I can. I don't want people to not do what's best for them, But you know what it also boils down to, Ms. Deborah? Your faith. You know, I'm not going to walk in fear because guess what? We ultimately know who's in control of all of this going on.
Yes.
And
Amen.
so I'm going to go wherever I need to go. I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm going to be safe while doing it, but I won't be in fear. No, you don't want to
Right.
be in fear.
Right. You don't want to do anything in fear. No, you don't want to do anything. Should people choose a trainer by looking at their abs, how the abs are, or how should they choose their trainers?
Well, you know what? I think I've never really heard of people going by the abdominal area to judge by, picking a personal trainer. However, I would go by the consistency of that person. I would, for one, sit back and watch. Okay, this person's serious about what they do. I would look at you. You want to look at their physique because if you look at it, you can still tell. Okay, they know what they're doing.
Right.
But as far as in going by just strictly by the abdominal area, I'm not certain if that would be the key. But I definitely would look into seeing how that person moves when they say, okay, yeah, I'm a trainer, I'm into fitness. Let's see how is it regularly that they're in tune with, their routine. Like with me, I haven't been on social media. I've been fasting from social media for the past 2 months now. But on a regular basis, I'm going to post a fitness video, if not every 2 days, at least once a week. You're going to say, okay, she's doing this every week. This is what she's doing. But I also wanted to shine through my body. I think any personal trainer, you want to look the part. Of course, you want to. And I would definitely think that a person who would be pursuing a personal trainer would say, okay, she looks like she knows what she's doing. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Yeah. Versus someone who might be either the size that you are or bigger. And you're like, well, what kind of personal trainer are you exactly? And I can understand that.
So do you think that would take away from your business if you post a program of you doing your exercise twice a week or whatever? Would that take away from you or would that add to your business?
Well, you know what? I actually look at it as, when I even looking at my fitness business, I'd really do it from what people have told me from different clients versus other trainers and other either gyms that provide personal trainers. These numbers are through the roof. These prices. My prices are very, very, very reasonable because I don't do it for the gain as far as in that financial gain. I do it for, I want you to be healthy. I want you to regularly exercise where at some point you don't even need me. You're saying, oh, I'm working out 5 days a week now, Ms. Johnson, and I don't even need you anymore. And that's where I want you to get to that point. As far as me posting the videos on my business page, it doesn't take away or add to me. It just shows them, okay, look, this is what this woman is. She's about fitness. She's about being healthy. Some people that are in fear of coming outside to train one-on-one, they get to see those videos and they're free of any cost. You can go and watch them as many as you want, as many times as you like, if that's what helps you. I just want to help people.
Awesome. That's awesome. While we're in this epidemic, is it best to work out with a personal trainer or just work out, period? Just work out.
I say just work out, period. You don't have to have a trainer if you don't need one, but you have to know yourself. And so for me, I'm thankful that I'm able to work out alone. I don't need, that push because I know what it takes. I know what I have to do. I know the goals that I'm trying to obtain. But for some people who aren't, physically and mentally just capable of doing it on their own, I think that they do need that extra push and they may need a personal trainer. Yes, ma'am.
So what they need to do is call you and you can tell them what the prices are. And how do you set your prices? Is whatever you need, or is that what?
Well, I do is yes, ma'am. I go by session. So we'll start at a 30-minute session if that's where you want to start. We'll also do a 45-minute session. Then we'll have an hour session if that's what you choose. So those are all different prices. And then I also have my different packages where I package 8 to all the way up to 16 sessions in one package. What I don't even present that my information along with my price information until I've received an email, and then we've actually talked on the phone and we've done that free consultation. That is when I say, okay, some people, they just wave prices around. I'm really not built that way. So that's why if you go to my fitness page, you don't see any type of prices. You only see fitness videos. That is it. You see my email, you see my fitness name, you see my IRL just to reach me as far as on social media, but that is it.
That was my next question. How could we reach you? So,
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is there a phone number or anything?
I don't have one on that page, no, ma'am. So once I initially get that email, then I'll exchange that information. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And the reason why that is, Ms. Deborah, people are so there's some weird people in the world. And when you have information like that out, some people, they don't use it for what they need to use it for. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
They don't use it to be business minded. It's so I just try to avoid that.
Right. So you probably need to get a business phone or something like that. And
that's what I was. Yes, ma'am. That is something that I was surely thinking of. I said I need to get a business number,
right,
to separate that from my personal. Yes, ma'am.
So how long would it take to reach my goal?
Okay, so that is a magic question. Now, when we talk about, reaching your goal, what is that key word? Your, right? Mm-hmm. Your goal. So that depends on your consistency, your effort, your discipline, you following by your diet guidelines. All those things play a factor in accomplishing your goal. If you do all those things, that goal, like I say, we will see progress in that goal within 2 weeks. And so from there on out, you will start seeing results each week. You're going to say, okay, yeah, I'm seeing it. But it only comes with consistency. So, I get a lot of clients, oh, I'm coming Monday. They'll come Monday. But then I won't see them again till the next Monday. So, you have 6 days in between. We did nothing, and so if you're consistent and serious, the results will be there. That goal that you're trying to obtain will get there quicker than you probably imagine.
So is there a way that you set my goal for Monday and Wednesday, and I paid you Monday and Wednesday? I didn't show up Wednesday, but I'm coming back the next Monday. Did I just lose that money on Wednesday?
No, we'll just put that toward Monday.
I see. When is the last meal? What time with the last meal could we eat? What time?
I would suggest, and again, it depends on your age. It depends on where your weight is at that point. But after 8:30, it should be no more eating. It should be maybe some yogurt, low-fat yogurt after 8 o'clock. Maybe a cup of fruit and water. After 8:30, everything should be cut off. If you can help it.
Back in the day, you wasn't born. You probably wouldn't even thought about. With my grandparents, 6 o'clock was the end of. That was the last meal because they called that supper.
and at 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, that was supper. And
wow.
And that was the last meal.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and so
well, I don't want to push people to 6 o'clock. If we. You know what? In this day and age, Ms. Deborah, that's not even, I don't even think that's possible to have your last meal at 6 p.m. Because guess what? Some of us are not walking into the house at 6 p.m.
Right.
Well, so that's why I tell people,
you just missed supper, boo.
Yeah. So I give people that wiggle room. At least by 8:30. Everybody should be settled in and done eating and possibly in the bed, because rest is the key to exercise. If you don't get proper rest, you won't exercise to the potential that you can during those sessions.
And what's the latest you can exercise?
You can, okay, so being that I'm a teacher, I'm either going to train at 5 a.m. or I'm going to train from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
So you can either train with me before we go to work, or you can
Mhm.
train with me after, which would be from 5 p.m. to 8:30, in between those times.
Now, see, this lady said we all stay at the table to eat supper at 5 p.m. So you know I didn't like it. Supper was
Wow, Miss Clark, that's amazing. What would I do to be? I wish I was in your household. I would love, but I would be hungry again. So that's the thing.
that was when she was younger. You
When
know,
she was younger, yeah.
our grandparents, they told at the table, you sit at this table, and that's last supper. If you miss
And
supper,
I'm gonna say this too, depending on your metabolism, because we all have different scales of metabolism levels. If you have a fast metabolism like me, my metabolism is through the roof. So if you're hungry, I'm not saying starve yourself. No, you have to feed your body fuel, because that's what we need to exercise. Food is fuel to the body. But I'm not saying, oh, let me go eat this fried chicken at 10 o'clock at night. No. Let me eat this pork chop that I'm going to warm this up at midnight as a snack. No, that's not how we're going to get to our goals.
right?
But it depending on your body structure, depending on your genetic makeup, you have to be able to key that. Okay. But we have to remember, our body can't break down hard foods like that. It can't break down steak and ribs and pork chops and fried chicken if you just go lay down on that. It just can't happen.
Yeah.
It won't happen. It turns into fat. Okay. Even sweets, oh, I'm going to eat this slice of cake tonight, and then I'm just going to go lay on the couch. Well, guess what? And within a few hours, that's going to turn into fat.
Yeah. I asked you this question earlier, but there were a lot of people that wasn't on here, but I see a lot of people in my age group that are on here now. So the question is, are you leaning on a person who's older versus someone in their early 30s, or is everyone the same?
Okay, so we can't approach anything the same that we do with somebody else, like even in life in general. So when we look at training, again, that's why I do that physical screening at the very beginning, because I want to see what you can and can't do. So once I establish that, because I'm going to tell you, you have your 50-year-olds, they can keep up with your 20 and 30-year-olds and outdo them at times. And so, I kind of go based off, okay, if you said, oh, I just had a knee replacement, or, I have bad joints here, and here, or my sciatic nerve has been bothering me, whatever that might be, then of course we're going to go around those different boundaries to not overwork those different areas. But I would not, if you're at a 19-year-old, their vigor is training. I can't train a 70-year-old the same way I would train a 19-year-old. It just can't happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just push you to your limit for sure, though. I'm going to push everybody to their limit, because I never want people to leave a session saying, oh, that wasn't bad at all. Oh, no, no, no. I want you to call me or text me the next day saying, that was really good. I'm barely rolling out of bed. Because that means, for one, we're working those muscles to their max. And we're going to start seeing results, because when those muscles are sore, that means we're working. We're doing something.
Courtney, one question. What's the difference between a certified personal trainer and a physical therapist?
Okay. So a personal trainer, we really deal with the post, let me see how I can word it. We deal with post rehabilitation. Physical therapists deal with rehabilitation. So they're kind of rebuilding you as far as in going through rehabs and different rehabilitation mechanisms to get you back to where you were. And we're kind of here to maintain what the physical therapists have done. So when I get clients that say, oh, I just come from therapy because I had a hip surgery, or I had this, and this. Okay, so we're trying to make sure we maintain and build the strength back into those different areas of the body. So it's more rehabilitation, pre-rehabilitation with physical therapists, and we're more post-rehabilitation.
Okay, so it really isn't that much difference, right?
No, not much of a difference. But you won't really see on a physical therapist side, because I did an internship at a it was actually uh it was a gym, but it was partial a physical therapy center, and then it had a gym on the other side. So
Mhm.
when you walk into the physical therapy side, you see medical tables, and they're using different, mostly they use a lot of exercise bands. They use a lot of different I think they had like a pool area to kind of massage those different joints. You just don't see a lot of, you won't see fitness centers or exercise equipment per se, because they're really just all about strengthening those joints, but not with weights. They use bands, they use different ropes. They're working on flexibility. They're working on strengthening, but it's a limit that the physical therapists have to go by. They have certain guidelines as well.
Okay, so when a person reaches my age or beyond, or even hadn't reached my age yet, and they suffer with arthritis, should they refer to a certified personal trainer, or should they just get in the water?
So, so I'll say this, Miss Deborah. Water aerobics is a full body workout.
Mhm.
Water aerobics is not a bad, it's not a bad avenue to take. Now I would say lightweight training when you have arthritis, to me, that is really good as well to implement maybe just once or twice around the water aerobics, because you still want to get that weight training into those joints, because we still want to strengthen those joints, because what it is, arthritis is what? Weak joints. Okay.
Right.
And what
Right.
it is, it's wear and tear over the years, whether it was, you have your braiders who done hair all their life, but now the thumbs are not mechanical like they used to be. And
Mhm.
so you want to get maybe 5-pound dumbbells, and you just want to constantly hold something just every day. Or you know what? The little stress balls. It's little bitty things that you can do just throughout your day for different things. If you have arthritis in the knee, guess what? Doing a few leg lifts throughout the day just to get that knee. You have to move that body. If you don't use it, guess what happens? You're going to lose it.
Yeah. Yeah. I always tell my classmates and other people, you don't want to lose the strength in your legs. So you need to move those legs, or you need to exercise those legs. And
Absolutely.
when the pandemic started, I had this exercise program on Facebook and everything, and I will move my legs a lot. And they will say, "Will you move your legs?" Well, no, because I don't want the arthritis to kick in.
That's
You
right.
know, and at one point I thought I did have COVID, because my legs has just stopped. I couldn't move my leg, but I worked that muscle. I worked that sucker. I worked it.
And you know what, Miss Deborah, that is the key. I tell people, even going through this epidemic, when you feel down, you take your little medicine and you move your body.
Move your
Because
body.
we all know, when we think about COVID-19, when we think about the different strands, it's an upper respiratory infection. Okay. And so when you get that, if you feel like, okay, I'm getting a little congestion going on,
Mm-hmm.
for one, we need to take in fluids, and we need to move around, because
Right.
when you relax and you lay down and you get complacent, that congestion sits in and it spreads like wildfire. So I tell people, you got to move, you got to use it, you're going to lose it.
You're gonna move what you don't use.
That's right.
Yours
Absolutely.
what about missing a meal if you are not hungry? Or should we eat anyway because it's mealtime?
Okay. So when we're missing a meal and we're not hungry, depending on, I always say, when you're lacking being hungry, that's a red flag somewhere, because the body, I don't want to say it's trained, but you're trained to eat 3 meals a day.
Mm-hmm.
If for some reason in between you can't take down a whole meal, I suggest a protein shake. I am the queen that if I'm just not hungry, but I also don't want to eat too heavy, I will drink a protein shake. Okay? Because guess what? The muscles need protein. They need some type of form of protein. Now, when you're losing weight, you don't want to take in too much protein because protein also makes you gain weight.
Right.
So I always suggest at least one protein shake a day. So if you're not hungry for that mealtime, drink a shake. Drink you a smoothie, a low-fat smoothie.
Right. So what are your hours?
So my hours would be, I don't train on Sundays at all. Saturdays, I actually use those as a makeup day. If you can't make it Monday through Friday, we will use Saturday as a makeup day. Now, being that I am a teacher, I train either at 5 a.m. or I train from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
Okay. So where can we find you?
I'm at 505. I'm at South Dowling Street. I'm right there in the intersection of the Monroe's Cleaners in that shopping center.
Okay, so let me put the address again. What is the 505?
505 South Dowling Road.
And okay, so we 505 South Dowling Road. Let's see. Let me see if I can show that. Okay.
Yay, there it is.
Okay, then. Okay, so what is one thing you can tell the viewers about selecting a personal trainer? Why should they select a personal trainer?
Okay, so before we think about, I'm going to put myself in the client's shoes right now. So before I consider a personal trainer, for one, I have to make sure I want to be committed. If you're not committed, there is nothing that a personal trainer can do for you. Number two, you have to make sure I have the discipline. I have the schedule open enough that I can be consistent with my personal trainer, because just like your time is valuable, guess what? Ours is too. And so when you miss appointments or, I can't make it, this and this, guess what? That's my time as well. That's that personal trainer's time. So before you're seeking to, gain that extra help, you have to make sure you're going to be committed. You're going to have that discipline. You're going to give 100%. And you're going to be that you're going to be coachable, because you have some people, I'm not doing that. Oh, no. Oh, goodness, no. We have to push ourselves to that next level. Now, we won't push ourselves that first or second session possibly, but we're going to progress and get there. Yes, ma'am. So commitment is the key. If you're committed and you know what you want and you have those goals in mind, definitely seek your personal trainer. But you don't want to waste anybody's time, because no one's going to waste your time.
Right.
We're going to give you 100%.
Right. So go on Courtney's page, See Fit to
See Fit to Stay Fit, yes.
See Fit to Stay Fit on Facebook, and look at her track records and her hours. You have your hours on it, right?
Yes, my hours should be on there. Yes, ma'am.
And then if you want to contact her through the Facebook page, and then she will, call you back. Courtney, I appreciate you so much,
and I appreciate it as well.
It has been a pleasure talking to you. And I asked Courtney. Courtney came to my line dance class, and I asked her last week. I think it was last week.
Yes, ma'am.
Wednesday of last week, if she would love to come on my page, on my podcast, to talk to about personal fitness, being a trainer, and she immediately agreed to it. So I appreciate you, because you didn't have to agree to it. You did.
Miss Deborah, you know anything for you. You know how it is.
That's how we roll, huh?
That's how we roll. That's right.
And with that in mind, guys, don't forget on tomorrow that we have our line dance class. Dance, like they said earlier, dancing in the streets. It's really like dancing in the streets, dancing on Gateway parking lot at Stage. And we have a great time. Don't we have a great time, Courtney?
Yes, we do. And I hate that I've been missing this week, because I've been in training with work, and I hate I've been missing it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I won't make it.
I know
my aunt. Miss Deborah, I have an aunt that's 96 years old. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She talked how me and you were talking. She talks just like this, in her right mind. She called me yesterday. She said, hey, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm doing my hair. Annie, is everything okay? She said, yeah, but I want you to come and do my nails and take me for a stroll tomorrow. I said, yes, ma'am. I'll be down there as soon as I get out tomorrow. So my whole evening, oh, yeah, she got it. She has it tomorrow.
That's all right. You tell
And believe it or not, she told me, she said, yeah, I'm starting therapy because I'm going to start back walking this week. 96.
Okay. Tell her to come to line dance class.
She would love that. Miss Deborah, she is such an inspiration to me.
You probably dance more than us, baby. Trust me.
She's very feisty. I mean, Miss Deborah, you wouldn't believe it. Head full of hair. I mean, it's amazing. Eats just as much as we do, if more.
Yes. Well, look, we're gonna have to get off of here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at line dance from 6:30 to 7:50. We're on there for 45 minutes. And I'll tell you, when I see it 7:50, I say, good night, y'all. Because I mean, according to you, been there yesterday, we had a great time. Karen is on here. She could tell you.
I missed out, huh?
We sweated. I mean, we were sweating. And it wasn't hot. We just work it out. So I'm interested in joining your class also, your sessions also. So we're going to talk about that as well.
Okay.
And so with that being said, everybody, I want to thank my audience, Dolores, Karen, Ida, Kathy, let me see, Cheryl, who else on here? Lillian, who else I have on here that I didn't say? Kevin, Tyrone, let me see, Andrea, let's see, Crystal Dean, girl. And let's see, who else I saw on here earlier? Adrian, Linda Watson. I want to thank all you guys. Lisa Lewis, Lisa Lewis, and who else? Kathy Jones.
Miss Lewis. Hey, Miss Lewis.
That thing, Lisa. Beverly, I want to thank all you guys. Katessa, I want to thank all you guys for coming on tonight, supporting us. And look, we need to exercise. Even through this, like she said earlier, even through this pandemic, we need to exercise because it will strengthen us. It will help us in this pandemic with our vitamin C's, our vitamin D3. What else, Courtney? Now,
we have to have water.
And water, definitely water.
Water is the key. Green tea, you guys. A lot of people don't know, but pure green tea, it's a great detoxant for our bodies. It produces good bacteria. We got to stay on top of this stuff. We want to produce good bacteria in our bodies. Okay, so women, we need our probiotics. We need our prebiotics. We need to be taking our women's vitamins every day. We need to be taking our fish oil, our flaxseed every day. Vitamin C tablets. If you don't want to, drink orange juice or, eat oranges, get a tablet. Okay. But vitamins are very important right now.
Right. I thank you very much. I'm gonna have to keep calling you, and you can really tell me don't come anymore. Guys, we thank you. God bless you. God keep us my prayer. If I can help somebody as I pass along this way, then I know that my living is not in vain. God bless you. God keep us my prayer. Good night, and I'll see you on next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.